shorter video really, just to say thank you to all my subscribers that have been watching my channel, and any new subscribers that come in the new year. You know, a happy new year to all of you, and I hope you've got better things in 2025. I'm certainly hoping so, although 2024 wasn't unkind to me. It's been not fruitful as in monetary wise, but it's been fruitful in the sort of projects I've been doing. I've really enjoyed. As a lot of you that have been following me, you'll have seen sort of 2023 how we're doing the hit and miss engine, which is down here in a box. For those that you haven't seen it, I'll just dig it out and let you have a look. So this is the hit and miss engine that I've been building. Well, I've already put the piston in. I didn't think I had. The piston's actually in. So what we've got here is a hit and miss engine. I don't know if it's clear. And we've got the governor sorted out. There's the flywheel, which I've got down there, and that fits on there. The piston, which is aluminium. The conrod I made. The crankshaft I didn't make, it's from an old chainsaw, but I made the piston aluminium and the cast iron piston rings that go in it, as with the cylinder block, the cast iron bore, the cylinder head, and all this mechanism. If you are interested in anything like that, then go back to the playlist on the hit and miss engine. There's 28 parts to that being built. It's a lot of video to watch if you're interested. It isn't finished. There's a top head to fit, a top block, which is for the water jacket. There's this flywheel is the one off the chainsaw engine, and I've got the ignition coil from it, so I'm hoping to link that up to get the spark. So yeah, for any of you that haven't seen that, there's a playlist for it, and I will get onto it. We'll get back onto that eventually. Other things what we've done, I'm going over a 2-year period. I never did a review at the end of last year, but okay, what is the best thing I think I've done? The best thing that I've made or done or installed in this workshop has got to be by far, I'll cut it in with this camera. So I've spent quite a lot of money on video equipment over the last 2 years. So that is DJI Action 4, pretty much the latest little camera, and it's great because it's got a nice protective case around it. You can throw it into 16 meters of water, I think, without the case on. Really good. So the best thing that the project I think that's been most beneficial to my workshop and my garage, and me of course, is fitting this, which was the diesel heater, which I've got on now, and it's belching loads of heat out. I'm sure plenty of you have seen this, but again, there's a full playlist on Chinese diesel heater, installing it, reviews, various other things on it. So yeah, other things we've done, we made this, which for those of you not engineering orientated, it's a large bore steady rest which goes on to the lathe. Yeah, it fits between the ways here, and it's for holding large items. So if you wanted to turn something on your lathe, say a large part, a cylinder, you've got a way of holding it so you can cut it with your tools. Now to do that you need to steady it, and that's what this is. And it's a Hemingway's kit, it's a large bore steady rest. There's a full playlist on making this. I think it could be 8 or 9 parts long. I didn't use all the material that came with it, and there is enough material for any of you thinking of making one of these. There is enough material with the kit to do the job. However, I changed these wheels from being steel to brass because I thought they looked nicer. I changed that wheel to brass, which I made it all as such apart from the casting. And then you've got these fingers that you can adjust in and out to place a cylinder on there or a piece of large bar, and those fingers were to be made from brass. However, I swapped them out and I've made them from phosphor bronze, which I think will make them slightly hardier, if you like. Another thing we made was this, and there's a lot of parts to this. So let's have a look. I made a list here, but this is a sensitive nailing tool from Hemingway's kits, and there's a full playlist to be making this. A really nice piece of kit, and basically what you do is you put your work in that you're going to nail to make something like that in your lathe chuck. Then you nip the fingers down by using the hand wheel. When you've got it nipped tight enough, you start the machine going, put some lubrication on, and you lift the lever. And in here is a cam system, and it nips this jaw down. You probably won't see it moving because it only moves a few thou, but it works beautifully. There's a full build of that on my playlist of building that. So that was made some time ago. Let's get a drink. I do suffer from a dry mouth. Yeah, I know, I'm talking too much. So other projects that we've done, I mean in total there's just tons and tons. Tool holders for the quick change tool post. I made most of those myself. A rare parting tool for the Myford, made this, and then I've got different faces that can fit, so I can fit different blades, and I made it adjustable so I can adjust it up and down as well. We fitted this up on there. I have this machine down, this compound, to take this. A lot of people said you'll break it, but it didn't, so I had that machine down. We put a DRO on this part here. We've put new bushes into here because this were a bit iffy and now it's not. We've made a stop gauge there, a depth stop for here. Fitted a 1.5 horsepower 3-phase motor with an inverter and a control panel that I made myself. All that didn't cost much to do it. That was £60 second hand, and this cost me something like £45 in total to build, and that was with everything. Lovely thing. If any of you are going to build something like that, and that was a project I did more than a year ago. So yeah, lathe, we've done a lot of work on the lathe, and it's a great little lathe. Miller machine, well, this is endless. We put a depth stop on here. We put a power drive on the X, and the X, this is made from a Mondeo wiper motor. Again, that was £8 off eBay. The aluminium probably 12, 13, 14, £15 say, and I made that, and there's a video of doing that also. Something a bit more expensive that I did was I fitted a Z drive. Now some people said, why didn't you need a Z drive? It's only a small Miller machine, and in truth it is only a small Miller machine, but this Z drive goes from right down there to up there. There's something like 16 inch of travel, and if you're winding it all the time, it used to be doing my shoulder in. So with that, I can just switch that on, and I can either wind this up by hand or down by hand, or I can do it like that. Or I can go full speed by pressing that button. Likewise in the opposite direction. And that saves an awful lot of work. That's for a Bridgeport, and I made it fit by modifying all this here. Again, there's a playlist on doing that. If it's not in a playlist, it'll be under Stevie GTR. Probably not anything garage, it'll be Stevie GTR, which is there. We've done a pillar drill, full renovation of that, which I bought for £50. We've done a full renovation of an 8x6 or an 8x4 bandsaw that I bought for £50 and completely rebuilt it because it were in a mess. So with that were in a mess too. So we've done quite a lot. We did all the camera mounts, which is basically a tube that runs across there. As you can see here, these are the camera mounts, and I can adjust that anywhere by simply turning that, sliding it, locking it back up. And all that is a great big nut that I machined out and welded on these arms and fitted these mountings for the camera, so I can mount the camera onto there. I've got 4, so I can video anywhere in here. So yeah, last 2 years we've done quite a lot of nice work in here. I rebuilt this panel, which has got all the different functions on that I need to operate the milling machine. It had a DRO when I bought it, and it's been absolutely superb. I tore off the motor that were on there. It were only a 3rd horsepower, and put this much larger 3-phase motor on, which is great, and a speed control, sorry, a speed indicator, so we can see what we're doing. It'll probably flash, but it shouldn't. It's because of the frame rate of the camera. That is quite steady. Okay, we also fitted a 4th DRO, which is this, on this little box here, and that is for the quill. So if you're doing any drilling, you can measure that. Fitted that, again, only extremely cheap from eBay, with this little sender. I cut this down because it was too big. Yeah, lots of mods to that. It's been a really good milling machine that I bought, and I've had it a few years now, and as if you've seen my channel, you'll have seen a lot of the things I did to it. We even made some waste protectors, we fitted a different vise, loads of things. What's taken most of my time up these recent months, I'd say at least last 12 months, is doing projects on the TVR. And again, I've got a full playlist of TVR, and it's getting added to as time goes on. We've got a full video on how to install, or how I've installed, a 2-post car lift for a garage with a low height. That's only 2.4 meters high, so I had to get one that were low, which is this one, which they sell. They do a full height one and a low height one. Been absolutely superb, and it's made by them, Automotech. I went and picked that up myself in the car. Then TVR, we've done all sorts to this. So we've done a full brake conversion using 4-pot Brembo calipers from a BMW 735D diesel. They came with Brembo 4-pots on, and Focus ST 300mm discs, and they're the original 16-inch wheels, which I was led to believe you couldn't do it, but we did it. And there's a playlist of me actually making the adapters so they would fit without wheel spacers. New shock absorbers and bushes, etc. And the same at the rear. We've completely rebuilt the back end of the car. We've got new discs, calipers completely refreshed with new seal kits in, new pads, new shock absorbers, new bushes, new anti-roll bar bushes. We've done all that. We're at the moment doing this, I'll see if I can get it here, which is a camera and a power socket to charge externally. That was all wired through into the boat, which we've since put all the carpets back. I took all the carpets out to do that, but they're all back now. So we're still working on that, and I do need to get on with it in New Year. The wiring's all down there, just coiled up. So I need to get on with that and get it wired in. Lots of work on TVR, so if any of you are into old classic cars or TVR and you follow the channel, I'll be doing lots and lots to this. I've got the brake pedal and clutch pedal to adjust because they're too far away from me, so I can move my seat further back. I've got the seat to take out, and I've got the seat to repad and possibly lift up on some brackets we've done. We've actually already done the seat belts that are renowned for being tight to pull on a TVR. Go and have a look, you'll see how I did that. It's very simple, but now they're not hard to pull. We've got a new bonnet pull to fit. We've got some paintwork correction to do. We've got a full carbon fibre dashboard to make, and that's the carbon fibre sheet. That's copper 2mm thick carbon fibre sheet. I think it's 2 or 1, might only be 1 actually, and that's for the dashboard. We've got some complete LED light units to fit, because the lights on these are like candles, they're terrible. If any of you followed me taking this car out after tracking, when I tracked it, the lights were terrible coming home, absolutely terrible, almost yellow. So we're going to take them units out, which come out from the other side. They come out from the back of the wheel arch through an inspection panel, so we've got all that to do to fit these LEDs. Lots to do. We bought wrinkle blue paint, so that's part of what we're going to do, which is this thing, which is a 5 litre. Not meant to be 5 litre, but it's only because it's badged up as that. That's the plenum from a 5 litre TVR. So I'm gonna have all this chromed, I think, or zinc plated, and rebuild and rebush it all just to make sure it's all alright. And then we're gonna polish all that part there, the fins that stick proud. They're going to be highly polished, and then all this is going to be crackle blue. I did contemplate crackle black, but I've come up with crackle blue. So there's that to do, and at the same time the rocker covers are going to come off and be done. What else we've done? We've done a full review on that DeWalt. Awesome piece of kit. Very, very, very powerful. That never fails to undo a bolt. I don't think I did a review on this. This is the DeWalt angle wrench. Also very good, but limited to access getting it in. So 2024, pretty much was a good year, I suppose. We've done quite well with it. And as I say, Happy New Year to everybody. Keep following my channel. I know it's only small. I don't earn a great deal. I think in the last 2 years I've been monetised. I think I might have, what have I earned, about £220. I'm holding 250 quid nearly in my hand, the camera. So you can see that anything I make goes straight back in. I do profess that I'm never gonna earn loads of money like Matt Armstrong and them. He's amazing, that guy, isn't he? Matt Armstrong, if you've watched him. He's just bought another Rolls Royce, hasn't he, before, I'm going up to the Swiss Alps in it. Yeah, wow. But anyway, we just do this for fun and we're just enjoying ourselves. So yeah, 2024 has been a good year, and I'm hoping 2025 I get loads more videos out for you guys. So keep watching. Yeah, stick at it. I don't know whether I'll do this, but I've got number plates for car, and I've got all legal figures for these, and that there, legally I can cut to that line and that line. You've got 13mm border you must have all the way around a number plate. Gives you all dimensions on DVLA website. So I've done this one. This is the rare one, that's done. I'm only changing them because the ones that are on are the 3D shadow, and I believe they're not legal anymore. These are 3D gel. It's like stuck up, if you can see that. And these are legal, like DVLA website. So that one I've already trimmed, ready. So that's ready to go on the back. And then I've got to cut that one down to match, to go on the front. So yeah, nice little project to do. Okay guys, thanks for watching so far. Hope you all have a fantastic New Year. It's still New Year's Day, although there's only an hour and a half of it left. I doubt I'll get this video up and done by then. But if not, good luck everybody.